Joining me now from London is Sky News contributor Adrian Hayes, joins us from regularly on a Friday night. Good to see you again, my friend. The Sussexes, the Duke and Duchess, they've made the big trip down under this week. They've been in Melbourne. They've now gone to Sydney. I got out on the road this morning, Adrian. I went to Fitzroy Gardens where the royal couple yesterday... Oh, they're not a royal couple anymore, are they? The Grifters, they went to this scarred tree, which apparently Indigenous Australians used to cut bark off this tree and make canoes. I went and had a look at it and took a picture. It just looked like an old cut-down tree to me. But I did point out to my readers, Adrian, that about 100 yards down the path was Captain Cook's cottage, which was rebuilt here in Melbourne from the original house that he was born at in England. They didn't go there.
Do we have to talk about Harry and Meghan? Yeah, look, everything. I think that the reaction in Britain, there's very, very few people who support them anymore because, you know, this tour is all the characteristics of a royal tour, but it's for complete commercial gain. Her wardrobe, she's being sponsored by a clothing company. You've got this dinner and meet Meghan for about 3,000 Australian dollars, as I understand, and all these things. And, you know, it's just, you know, it's just a lady who is very driven. Everything is for publicity, sadly. And I try to be charitable with everybody. But it is what are the motives of this visit? You've just got to ask with a critical thinking eye.
She went to a homeless women's refuge 2 days ago wearing a $1,200 dress. I compare that with Queen Mary of Denmark, who is an Australian born in Tasmania, who when she goes to a function or a media event, she dresses appropriately. She would have gone there in a pair of jeans and sneakers and a jumper probably. But no, Meghan turns up in a dress from the company that she's being sponsored by worth $1,200.
Yeah, you've got to laugh. And by the way, great respect for Queen Mary and King Frederick of Denmark. Yeah, this is the hypocrisy that sadly this couple sort of speak about. And I'll take something else. I mean, one thing she spoke about yesterday was being the most trolled woman in the world. Well, Meghan, or should I say me again, as the word spells, that comes with going on a public stage. It comes with the territory. Keir Starmer will be trolled. Anthony Albanese will be. Nigel Farage. It's part and parcel of the course. You don't become a victim for it. So, as I said, there's whole very unsettling things. And the royal family find this tour very, very disturbing in many ways. So I understand.
Speaking of your Prime Minister, Keir Starmer, we seem to talk about him every time we join each other. He's blamed the British Foreign Office for allowing Peter Mendelsohn to serve as the ambassador to the US despite a failure in security checks. I mean, didn't he personally handpick Mendelsohn?
He did indeed. And look, I come on every 2 weeks, and leadership is the lens through I look at everything. It's my work, it's my expertise, and I see this lacking, appalling leadership, not just with Starmer, but around the world. For viewers who don't know, Mandelson, the most sensitive diplomatic post in the country to the US ambassadorship, he failed the vetting. You won't have to answer why. Did Keir Starmer know about it? I find it very hard to believe that he didn't, but even if he did know about it, that speaks of incompetence. How is this system, how has this been allowed to go through? And you also have to ask, what was the desperation to get Mandelsohn back in? What has Mandelsohn got on Starmer and the Foreign Office that causes this rush through vetting procedure?
Have to be something. I want to talk to you just before you go about our Prime Minister at 10 o'clock tonight is going to join some sort of global Zoom meeting to talk about what they're going to do about the Straits of Hormuz. It's largely driven, I think, by the Brits. Is there an appetite within Britain for your Navy to get involved in getting that strait reopened, or would you prefer, do you think, the UK population would think to leave it to the Americans?
Look, I think whatever UK does is our Prime Minister trying to appear statesmanlike on the world stage. He finds it very difficult to make decisions on his own, so he goes with the safety of the groupthink. So, look, if they do come about getting a sort of a opening up the straits, which I know very well, by the way, I kayak up there regularly, but not in recent months too much.
No.
But look, it will be good. But I think, look, there's olive branches. It's looking like things could settle down in the next few weeks, and let's hope it does.
Absolutely. Good to see you again, my friend. I'll see you in a couple of weeks' time.